In a world of rapid change, emotional reactivity, and digital disconnection, relationships can feel more fragile than ever. Whether the romantic partnership, friendship, or family bond, maintaining harmony and depth in human connection is no small feat in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy rooted in self-control, virtue, and rational thought principles that offer surprisingly modern tools for cultivating stronger, more resilient relationships. At its core, Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control everything that happens in life, we can control how we respond. This deceptively simple insight holds transformative power in the context of relationships. It reminds us that by mastering ourselves, we enhance our ability to relate to others with clarity, empathy, and emotional steadiness. This video explores how Stoic principles originally developed by philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca can be harnessed to build meaningful, enduring connections. Before we dive deeper, if you're finding value in this video, take a second to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss out on future insights that can help you build better habits and master productivity. Also, if you know someone who could benefit from this, go ahead and share it with them. It might just make their day. Whether you're navigating conflict, deepening intimacy, or simply striving to be a better friend or partner, Stoicism offers timeless guidance. Understanding your role. Before we look outward in any relationship, Stoicism tells us to look inward. One of the central tenets of this philosophy is the division between what is within our control and what is not. This distinction is famously outlined by Epictetus, who wrote, "Some things are up to us and some things are not. The dichotomy of control." This dichotomy is more than just a philosophical curiosity, it's a practical tool. In relationships, we often expend emotional energy trying to change or control others, their reactions, their decisions, their pace of growth. But Stoicism reminds us that we cannot control other people, only how we think, feel, and behave. This isn't about passivity, it's about power. Recognizing what's within your control allows you to reclaim your agency in any relationship. Instead of reacting impulsively or falling into resentment, you take ownership of your part in the dynamic. Responsibility starts with the self. Every relationship is a mirror reflecting your internal world. If you're emotionally volatile, insecure, or closed off, that will ripple into your interactions. Conversely, cultivating virtue, resilience, and emotional balance not only enriches your own life, it elevates the relationship. Seneca once wrote, "He who is brave is free." In relationships, bravery might look like being honest even when it's hard, setting boundaries, or holding space for your partner's growth. Stoicism challenges you to do the inner work, not to become perfect, but to become a more stable and compassionate presence. Reflection as a daily practice. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on his own behavior not to shame himself, but to grow. You can do the same by asking, was I patient today? Did I listen without interrupting? Did I let ego or fear drive my response? This habit of self-inquiry fosters humility and creates space for improvement without blame or guilt. In a relationship, this means fewer reactive arguments and more meaningful dialogue. Cultivating empathy and compassion. Stoicism is often mischaracterized as cold or emotionless, but this is a misunderstanding. True Stoicism doesn't deny emotion, it disciplines it. And through that discipline comes deeper compassion, because it helps you see beyond your own limited perspective. Negative visualization. One powerful Stoic exercise is negative visualization, imagining the loss or absence of what you value. This isn't pessimism, it's perspective. By contemplating the temporary nature of relationships, you become more grateful, present, and empathetic. Imagine, for example, that today is the last time you'll have dinner with your partner. Suddenly, their quirks become charming instead of irritating. Their flaws soften in the light of love and impermanence. You become more present, more kind. As Epictetus advised, don't demand that things happen as you wish, but wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well. This mindset shift helps you meet your partner where they are not where you think they should be. Active listening and mindful communication. Active listening is another expression of Stoic virtue. When you truly listen without preparing your rebuttal, without interrupting, you practice humility and patience. You signal to the other person that their perspective matters. This aligns with the Stoic idea of right action. Stoicism doesn't just care about what you feel, it cares about what you do. Listening attentively is a concrete way to show love and respect. Mindful communication also means choosing your words with care. Seneca emphasized brevity and clarity in speech, which translates beautifully to relationships. Avoid emotional dumping, sarcasm, or escalation. Instead, express yourself with calm sincerity, even during tension. Compassion as a daily habit. To be stoic is to recognize the shared humanity in everyone. Your partner, like you, struggles with fears, wounds, and desires. Rather than react with impatience or criticism, respond with compassion. Try beginning each day with a stoic reflection. Today I will encounter people who are irritable, selfish, or confused. And that's okay, they're doing the best they can. This exercise, found in meditations, builds emotional resilience and keeps your heart open, even in difficult moments. Navigating conflict and disagreements. No relationship is free from conflict, but the way we approach disagreements defines whether a relationship breaks or becomes stronger. Stoicism offers a constructive, ego-free path through conflict. Focus on solutions, not blame. Blame is easy. It satisfies the ego, but it rarely brings resolution. Stoicism teaches us to rise above the blame game and focus on what could be improved. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This isn't about self-shaming, it's about perspective. Often, we judge in others what we struggle with ourselves. Recognizing this brings humility, which softens conflict and opens the door to dialogue. Stay calm and rational. In a heated moment, emotions flare and logic often disappears. Stoicism equips us to remain calm and centered, even when emotions run high. Here's a simple technique inspired by Stoic practice. Pause before responding. Breathe and assess. Is this worth reacting to? Choose a response that aligns with your values. When one person in a conflict remains grounded, it diffuses escalation. Your calm presence can shift the entire tone of the disagreement. Communicate with integrity. Stoicism promotes virtue over victory. That means being honest, kind, and firm, not manipulative, passive-aggressive, or defensive. If you disagree, say so, but say it clearly and respectfully. If your partner makes a mistake, express your feelings without character assassination. For example, instead of, "You never care about me," try, "I felt hurt when you didn't call." I would appreciate more communication. This fosters accountability without shame. It also models a higher standard of interaction, encouraging your partner to do the same. Building lasting bonds. True connection isn't built on fleeting emotions or perfect compatibility. It's built on consistency, virtue, and shared growth, all hallmarks of the Stoic path. The power of consistency. In a world obsessed with novelty, Stoicism teaches a quiet strength of showing up again and again with integrity. Relationships flourish not through grand gestures, but through daily acts of kindness, honesty, and care. Consistency also means sticking to your values. If you promise to support your partner during tough times, do it. If you commit to open communication, uphold it. Over time, these small acts compound into deep trust, which is a foundation of lasting love. Gratitude and appreciation. Gratitude is not just a feel-good emotion, it's a Stoic discipline. By acknowledging what you have, you diminish the power of resentment, comparison, and entitlement. Make it a daily practice to express appreciation to your partner or loved ones. Thank you for listening today. I appreciate how hard you work. I'm grateful to have you in my life. These affirmations not only uplift others, they reinforce your own awareness of the relationship's value. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the gifts in his life. Even in hardship, you can do the same, anchoring yourself in a mindset of abundance rather than lack. Enduring love through Stoic practice. The Stoics believe that love rooted in virtue and reason is the highest kind of love. It isn't driven by neediness or fantasy, but by mutual respect, shared values, and emotional maturity. Such a bond can weather time, change, and even hardship. It's not immune to struggle, but it's resilient through it. When two people practice Stoicism together, supporting each other's growth, communicating with integrity, and loving through action rather than ego, they build a relationship that transcends the superficial. At its heart, Stoicism is a philosophy of personal excellence, not perfection, but a pursuit of living with virtue, wisdom, and grace. Applied to relationships, it becomes a quiet revolution, one that replaces drama with dialogue, resentment with reflection, and control with compassion. If you take responsibility for your actions, practice empathy and understanding, navigate conflict with calm resolve, and show up with consistency and gratitude, then you are not just doing Stoicism. You are building something real, meaningful, and enduring. So the next time you find yourself frustrated with a loved one or unsure how to proceed, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Let Stoicism guide you not away from emotion, but toward a deeper, more grounded expression of it. Because in the end, it's not about having the perfect relationship. It's about becoming the kind of person who can help create one. If you enjoyed this video and want more content on habit formation, productivity, and personal growth, make sure to subscribe and join our community. Your support helps the channel grow, and I truly appreciate it. And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who might need it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.